Oh, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video of FB Insight. Today we're going to be talking about a special player in Premier League. His name is İlkay Gundogan. You might have heard of him. This year he is destroying the Premier League and we're going to get to see why. Stay tuned. So you might be wondering what kind of transformation he took on. If you can see, this history of İlkay Gundogan doesn't really correlate well with scoring goals or making tons of assists. His assist level this year isn't that phenomenal, but his goal scoring has drastically improved and it is the best he's ever scored in this season. So what kind of changes has he made? What kind of changes has the team made? We're going to take a look right in this video. Manchester City this year has been getting better, and in recent form they have been winning multiple games in a row, and through multiple changes and getting new recruitments, they have shaped this team into a very dominating team, not just in Premier League but in all of Europe. And I believe that the best thing that Guardiola is doing is with his structure of the team. In generally, Man City uses 4-3-3. Now they have opted to 4-2-3-1 and other variations of formation, but I believe that in order to dominate, they have to use the 4-3-3, and I'm gonna list why that is. The main reason for using 4-3-3 and why they dominate with that formation is because of the use of half space. Now, the half space is what Man City and Guardiola likes to use because they like to attack from the flank. So you having a extra body in that half space allows the winger to be more spread out and also create an overload in those spaces. Pep Guardiola had to resort to 4-2-3-1 for a couple years now, but it's not as effective as 4-3-3. Since 4-2-3-1 has a double pivot, it's harder to progress forward because you're using one of the midfielders to come and drop down. Now that has an effect on using the half spaces, and also they have to start out a little bit deeper than they like to. So how does this affect Gundogan overall? How does 4-3-3 improve his performance? Because he plays that left center mid position, he's able to receive the ball further up rather than receiving the ball a little bit deeper. He does play the center mid position on the left side consistently, so when they play 4-3-3, he is able to receive the ball and start out the attack a little bit further up rather than playing in a double pivot position and has to start from deeper position. Well, why did Pep Guardiola resort to 4-2-3-1 in the first place then? And the easy answer to that question is that Pep Guardiola needed more help to build up from the back. With Mendy and Walker being the main pivotal roles as the fullback of City last year, they're fast, they're aggressive, and trust me, they are phenomenal players. But in terms of progressing through the middle, they're not the best players for it. And with Diaz and Stones having a really good form, the defensive line has more structure, which means that Pep does not have to resort to more defensive fullbacks, but he can now switch back into his elegant style of fullbacks that he loves. And Cancelo, you cannot speak more highly of Cancelo at the moment. He just came in like a comet, right? The reason why Cancelo is so pivotal for City this year is because he is playing the double pivot with Rodri in a lot of sequences. So because Cancelo is that elegant fullback that Pep Guardiola just loves, he is the perfect fit for Guardiola's system right now. And because of his form and his ability to progress the ball forward, the center midfielders does not have to come and help out Rodri as much. So with the new changes and improvements of Manchester City, Gundogan does not have to come down and he's able to play that Metzela role in the half space. So his role as a Metzela are linking up plays in the half space, receiving the ball in the pockets of spaces, making a very decisive and incisive runs behind defensive lines. And this year, very crucially, he's able to make phenomenal movements inside the box. You might think he's not the most industrious or the fastest player in Manchester City. You're right, but he does have other qualities that can compensate and make up for those lacking qualities. One of the best qualities about Gundogan is his off-the-ball movement. Some of the things that he does makes it really hard for the defenders to catch him. Even though he's not the most fastest, he's a very elusive player. He's like a ninja. He just comes out of nowhere, making blindsided runs to catch defenders off guard. His timing of movement is also phenomenal. He's able to perfectly time his runs with the pass that is being played to him. This allows him to create more chances and get away from the defenders. Gundogan has a really good habit of scanning. So because he has awareness of his surroundings, he knows where the optimal places are to be at that moment. Yes, it is true, he's not the fastest player in the league, but he does have good reaction. And that basically makes him look faster than his opponents. Finally, let's talk about his technique. We all know that Pep Guardiola's prerequisite for his teammates are that you have to have good first touch. And you know that, I know that Gundogan has a phenomenal first touch. He is able to hold on to the ball really well. He can use skills and turns to evade defenders and also keep the ball very close to him, which means that because the ball is protected at all times, it's harder for defenders to take the ball away from him. We also talked about his scanning habits. He has a very good scanning habit, and we can see that because a lot of times he's multitasking. As he's receiving the ball, he's also checking his shoulders simultaneously to get the sense of his environment. And some of the skills that he also has is, I said, with this technique, he can make and create spaces for him to make key passes, long passes, and long range shots as well. Lastly, I just want to talk about his confidence level this year. His confidence right now is in cloud 9. We can see that by his XG rating. He has an XG of 7.5 this year and scored 11 goals. So he surpassed his expected goal rating by 3.5. So what can we say about Gundogan? I mean, he's just a joy to watch. And I feel like without the consistency of Kevin De Bruyne's physical health, Gundogan is pulling a lot of the weight for Manchester City. But let's be honest, we all knew the qualities of Gundogan. It's just that this year, with his goals and his performance, he's finally getting the limelight that he deserves. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I feel like this video, I had a lot of fun making it. He's an awesome player, a joy to watch. So if you felt the same way, please go ahead and press that like button, comment, and do all the good stuff if you did enjoy this video. And as always, see you next time.